To the Golden Mary's funeral and the Straw Hats letting go of not just their ship, but part of their family as well. To Nami saying to Luffy, please help me. And Luffy doesn't know the full context of her situation, but Nami crying was all that Luffy needed for an answer to beat Arlong's ass. To the famous and iconic I want to live scene from Robin. To the very beginning strongest moment of Shanks saying to Luffy that he has another arm and everything is okay. I'm just happy you're safe, Luffy. Pre-time skip, One Piece is iconic as hell. And that's when One Piece ends for me. Now, let me explain. I love pre-time skip One Piece because it's so fucking fun. How all the Straw Hats met to its original fighting arcs, Luffy vs. Crocodile, Luffy vs. Usopp, Luffy vs. Rob Lucci, and some of the best moments is from pre-time skip and everything works and was executed amazingly along with everyone's backstory of caring about the pain they went through when they were young. It's just beautiful, man. But everything changed when I got to post-time skip One Piece, and I immediately was just turned off from everything. Post-time skip One Piece has just been boring for me. Punk Hazard was really boring and annoying with the child kids being experimented on by Seizure, along with the Straw Hats' body changes. This was all due for comedy reasons and it was so fucking lame. Caesar is nowhere near iconic as Crocodile or Inaru. Big fucking Mom and the whole Cake Island arc for me was just a waste of time and I absolutely hated Big Mom. She was so goddamn annoying. I just wanted someone to kill her off already. Jesus Christ, she is not interesting for me. Sanji's whole family besides his sister Reiju was introduced to be assholes, so I didn't care for them at all. And they were also so annoying. I just wanted someone to kill them off already. There were also way too many character arcs and way too many characters in general in Whole Cake Island for me to really be invested or give two shits for. I just did not care for everyone's struggles in this arc. I'm sorry. I'm also not a big fan of Sanji's second backstory that everyone loves and appreciates. Also, please stop thinking just because something is being heavily foreshadowed by Oda from 300 or 400 chapters ago automatically means you're going to like what he's hyping up or building up for in the future. I can give credit when credit is due for Oda. He was secretly building up Sanji's second backstory for a long period of time in his history. But does that mean I'm a fan of what he brought to me years later? Hell fucking no. I did not care about his family, nor did I like Big Mom as a villain. Nothing for me in this arc worked. Just because something has build up does not mean you're going to agree with everything. And a lot of One Piece fans probably feel the same way. There's a lot of things you can say that Oda did deliver when he was building up something for a long period of time. But if you do not care about the character or the arc, Fisherman Island arc was a big disappointment by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still say something did not deliver the hype or build up for you and your perspective, but you can still love One Piece. You don't have to suck off everything Oda does. Don't let the elitists scare you, man. Also, my problem with Oda's character writing, none of the main characters ever change from almost every experience they go through. Literally, the moment Sanji joined back up with his crew, Sanji literally goes back being the perverted comedy character, and Nami just hits him all over again. If you skipped Whole Cake Island and went right into Wano, you couldn't tell that Sanji went through anything traumatizing because nothing changed about him. And wow, that's really weird for me. Okay, I'm going on a rant at this point, you get the point. I do not like Whole Cake Island at all. I have too many problems with this arc, too many characters, a villain I don't give two shits for. Pudding was annoying as well, but revealing that she was evil was ingenious writing. But then she became a comic relief character when she kept switching sides to emotional, to angry, savage, wanting to kill, and then wanting to love Sanji again. I can't do it. Sometimes Oda does things just for comedy, and I don't care. I just don't care. Anyways, moving on. Going back to pre-time skip One Piece, I have been rewatching pre-time skip One Piece and currently catching up to post-time skip One Piece. And I have to say, without a doubt, pre-time skip One Piece is just so fucking great. I love it. I was rewatching Marineford, and everything with Whitebeard is fucking godly. His love for his crew, saving Ace, his care and respect that he had to Ace, that he told him, I don't care where you came from. I don't care that you're Gold Roger's son, my ex-rival. You're my son now and I care about you. And he's talking about show me the will of D. He wants to make sure the next pirate era is going to be successful because his is about to end. He sees the young spirit, the will of D within Monkey D. Luffy, and tells everyone to protect him at all cost. Ace dying in Luffy's arms is another iconic and powerful moment. Now One Piece fans, please stop saying this stupid shit about saying Ace's death had more importance to the story than anything Naruto ever did. There are tons of One Piece fans that love One Piece, but they don't give two fucks about Ace, and you're not obligated to. You're not obligated to love every character. If you don't feel for Ace's character, if you do not care about Ace's character, nothing wrong with that. Like, how can you say if a character impact the whole story if you were never invested or cared about a character like Ace? I mean, if that is true, sure, we can give credit where credit is due, but Ace did not impact a whole marketing of an opinion store about that's the only option that you have to take when it comes to defending Ace's death over a whole other universe and Shonen Jump. Like, I don't understand the One Piece fans, man, sometimes. But my point I'm saying here is that Marineford was awesome. Seeing the Admirals fight, Luffy putting so much effort and work trying to save his brother, Ace trying to give in to death at the same time he wants to be rescued because part of him does care, and Garp's pain and emotions have to bear the fact that he's half Marine and half a grandfather and he doesn't know what to do with himself. It hurts him. I love pre-time skip One Piece. It's just so fucking well written. Like the iconic scene where Vivi is saying goodbye to the Straw Hats and they put their hands up with that black X saying they will meet again and they're going to be friends forever. I can't think of anything of what post-time skip did for me like this. Nothing on post-time skip One Piece works for me. There's nothing iconic about it. There's no villain I really completely cared for besides Doflamingo. And honestly, pre-time skip for me, personally, is just better written. Now then, I have a problem with all time skips in every Shonen Jump series that's a battle shonen. As you guys know, I preferred the original Naruto over Shippuden. I have mixed feelings about Shippuden, and I don't think Shippuden overall lived up to the original story, in my personal opinion. And that is literally how I'm feeling about One Piece right now. Like, One Piece keeps going and everything, but man, pre-time skip, it's just better written, has more of a better experience, and I just love the character writing more. Now let me just say here, I love Nika Robin. She's my favorite Straw Hat next to Chopper, but Jesus Christ, she is so non-existent in post-time skip. Like, the Grand Line Review made a whole good video about Robin's character, and she kind of declined in post-time skip, and I fucking agree. Literally, when Robin is not around history, she's just there standing, being pretty, being helpful to Luffy whenever Luffy wants her or needs her, but for the most part, Robin is just non-existent. Pre-time skip, she actually had a character and a real personality, but in post-time skip, she's just the pretty woman. And same thing how I feel about Nami, is that just because a character is useful and doing useful things, that does not mean you're really giving me a reason to feel like this character is growing. I want to see Nami build maps or do something different besides being useful and helping out in battles. Like, her personality more. Is it developing? Is it decreasing? What's going in her mind? What do we really know about Nami nowadays besides her just being a useful female? Same thing with Robin. She's being useful, she's kind to everyone, but is she really adding anything anymore besides history related stuff? And when she's not around history, what else does she really offer? She's just there, not doing a whole lot. And I heard that she hasn't gotten a fight since Skypiea, which is pretty fucking sad. So at this point, I don't care if a female is better written in One Piece that's useful. If you are not going to do anything with them besides them being useful in battles, well then I have more of a reason to just not care anymore. Just because you're useful does not mean you're growing as a character, my personal opinion. Anyways, I can go on a whole rant about post-time skip One Piece, but man, at the end of the day, I love pre-time skip One Piece. It's iconic, it's a masterpiece. I love the original openings, I love the fights, I love everything that pre-time skip has to offer. It's just so fucking fun, and this is my honest opinion about One Piece. So let me know how you feel. I'm DLX, subscribe if you want, and stay One Piece weird, and have a good day. Bye.